This week in Clown World, Kleenex have rebranded their man-sized tissues to something more gender-neutral to appease moaning feminists. Gingerbread men are now gingerbread people. And Apu is being axed from The Simpsons due to racial stereotyping. Not even cartoon characters are safe anymore.
Forget the Quickie Mart. Goodbye to Quickie Mart.
I know, I can't believe it either. The Simpsons is still being broadcast. Apu caused controversy amongst the perpetually offended amidst claims by one person. Harry Kondabolu, who made The Problem with Apu in 2017, complains that Apu is a racist stereotype on a show comprised almost entirely of stereotypes. It's now possible that due to all the manufactured whining, Apu could be written out of the show altogether. So an alcoholic father who physically abuses his son, that's fine, but a hard-working immigrant who assimilates to his new country, that's offensive! Remove all stereotypes from The Simpsons and what are you left with? A show full of NPCs, or in other words, a leftist utopia. In The Problem with Apu, Harry discusses the issue with how Western culture depicts Southeast Asian communities, because apparently being depicted as a family man who runs his own business and loves both countries is an issue.
Yes, I am a citizen. Now which way to the welfare office? What? I'm kidding, I work.
Apu has basically been fired because of his race. How ironic is that? When you're so woke, you deport a brown immigrant to fight racism.
What are you thinking?
Producer Adi Shankar claimed that The Simpsons are planning to drop Apu's character altogether and not even write him out. Just pretend he doesn't exist, because while racial stereotypes are not okay, racial erasure is. Even Poochie got given a better send-off than this. Literally no one in the history of humanity complained that Apu was a negative stereotype until Harry came along with his documentary-length whinge fest. Even The Guardian are on the side of reason. You know you've fucked up when The Guardian thinks your virtue signalling is excessive. The decision on what to do with Apu has still not been finalised. Simpsons executive producer Al Jean tweeted, "Adi Shankar is not a producer on The Simpsons. I wish him the very best, but he does not speak for our show." So there might be some hope that The Simpsons have not bowed down to the organised outrage machine. Except that Al has not confirmed or denied Apu's impending departure from the show. Writing a minority out of a show because they're problematic is peak 2018. Abandoning diversity to own the conservatards. What is it that the left are trying to prove? That there's no room for brown people who legally emigrated? That they want to turn Springfield into an all-yellow alt-right ethno-state?
Who needs the Quickie Mart? I do.
Listen, I know we're all worried about T-Series overtaking PewDiePie in subscribers.
Bitch lasagna, bitch lasagna.
But getting rid of Apu isn't going to prevent that. SJWs really won't stop until they've sucked the fun out of absolutely everything. But they're about 20 years too late with The Simpsons because it hasn't been funny since season 9 anyway. If The Simpsons are going to start cancelling characters because they're walking stereotypes, then the Bumblebee Man, Groundskeeper Willie, Luigi Risotto, Fat Tony, Captain McAllister, Chief Wiggum, Comic Book Guy, Akira and Cletus are all on borrowed time. Here's a sneak preview of The Simpsons season 50. Looks like a bag of laughs, but hang on. I'm white, so my opinion is irrelevant. What does the population of India have to say about this? I'm India and I disagree with this. We all know that this is just a self-perpetuating cycle of moaning and misery. If Apu and other stereotypes are removed from The Simpsons, the cult of outrage will just bitch about the lack of diversity that's left on the show. If you want a vision of the left's collective future, just imagine a snake eating its own tail forever.
Thank you for coming. I'll see you in hell.